My name is Frida Owinga, and I'm the founder of Passion Profit and Founders Profit Academy, and I'm also a business breakthrough coach. Those are three things that I do. And I'm bringing this series to you as a small and growing business owner to make sure that you're not just circulating cash, but you're actually generating cash flow and will break into profit. So in the series, I share 5 mistakes that you can avoid, and I also share 5 traits of a profitable product, because no product, no profit. But in this series, you'll discover 5 things that you can go and check if you're doing on your product or if your product has them that will make sure that that product turns into profit. Did you know that 82% of small businesses fail because of poor cash management? Yes, entrepreneurs are brilliant people. They have gone to school, they have great experience from corporate, but their businesses fail because of cash flow mistakes they make that eat up into their profits. And in this unit, I will share with you 5 mistakes that entrepreneurs make that eat up into their profits. The first one is optimism without proper planning, or what you may call faith without works. A positive mindset is great, but a positive mindset without a proper plan is a recipe for disaster. And that's why at Passion Profit, we recommend that you need to have a positive mindset, be optimistic, and also have what we call a revenue forecast. A revenue forecast will show you historical data, how your business has been doing, how much you have sold, how you generate leads, and how these leads turn into conversion. And conversion is how these leads turn into profitable paying clients. If you don't have a revenue forecast, you will be guessing. And many times entrepreneurs are very excited about their products, and they think that as they show these products, the first person who sees them is going to buy. And you need to understand that the first person who sees your product is not the one who's going to buy. There's a lot of work that goes into them understanding what you do before they give you the money. So to avoid this pitfall of optimism without proper planning, you need to have a revenue forecast. The second mistake entrepreneurs make is what I call important spending. I'm sure you're familiar with impulse spending. That's spending that you do when there's a lot of money. In entrepreneurship, there's something I call important spending, and that is how much money you spend on your team, the amount of money you spend on your office, the amount of money you spend on things that you think that you need that are important. I'll give you an example. I recently worked with a client who had 7 employees. She had a big office that had 3 rooms and a big, nice, lavish kitchen. After we did our profit assessment on her, we discovered that she didn't even need all the 7 people. So there were 7 people plus her 8. She really needed just 2 people plus herself, and guess what? These people could even work virtually, because we discovered that most of her clients were people that she actually went to their offices or had video conferencing calls with them. So she didn't need a big office with 3 rooms to have all these 7 people. So important spending is that spending that you think is important but is not adding to your bottom line. My mentor always asks me when I'm going to spend money on something, Frida, how is that affecting the bottom line? How is that going to bring back money to you? So when you have stuff, how are they bringing back money to you? How is that big office justifying you being there and paying that big rent? So important spending is a mistake that eats up into your profit. And the good thing about this program is that you can be part of our Profit Kickstarters Mastermind group, where you have an access to a real mentor who can help you, and you also can get a peer who can help you be accountable for the expenses that you're making. Because most entrepreneurs are their own boss and no one is asking them questions. So be careful about important spending that could be eating up into your profits instead of adding to your profits. The third mistake that is eating into your profits is past due payments. And there are 2 kinds of entrepreneurs. There's the guy I call the invoicepreneur. As soon as he finishes talking with you, even before he does the service, he has sent you an invoice. And then there's that guy who remembers that you owe him money when they're broke. So they're on your case. They want the money, they want the money, they want the money. Now, what should you do to get your money and get it on time? You need to have a system, and you need to have different products that are priced differently so that you have cash flowing in all through the seasons. Because there's something we call bread and butter strategy, and that is a product that people need all the time, and they can pay you upfront for it. Then for your big ticket items, you can invoice. But you need to make sure that when you invoice, if you're telling clients they need to pay within 30 days, you invoice immediately so that you can collect your money on time. I personally hate collecting money from people. So I have made sure that we have services that are priced according to the sweet spot of our clients, because we have done a lot of research to find out what is the sweet spot of the price. And then we have also gone ahead and automated most of our invoicing. So if you're going to do a payment plan, you make the first payment, and before the second payment comes to you, there's an automated invoice that gets to you, so that we are not invoicing you too soon before the service, and we are not harassing you just because we are broke. As an entrepreneur, you have to be careful about past due payments so that you're not harassing your client, but also so that you're not left cash strapped. Number 4 mistake that entrepreneurs are making that causes their cash to be eaten up and they don't get profits is failure to track cash. And I must tell you that your cash habits as an individual is going to affect how you handle the cash for your business. Do you track your cash flow, how you spend money on a daily basis? If you have that discipline, it will help you to carry that discipline over into how you manage the cash flow of your business. And it is really simple. You just need to have an Excel sheet where you track the money that is coming in and the money that is going out. The money that is going out for the business on a separate column from the money that is going out for you. Many entrepreneurs are not separating their money, and it will take some discipline and some time for you to figure out how much you need to pay yourself and how much you need for other things that you need to do for your company. And that's why you need a cash flow tracker to help you understand how the cash is flowing in and out of your organization. In other words, you will need a budget. Many entrepreneurs don't know how much they need to stay alive from month to month, or even how much their business needs to stay alive. Without a cash flow tracker, you will find yourself always in a tight spot, wondering when the next money is going to come in. But with a budget, you will know what to do and when to do it and how much to spend on it. The 5th mistake that is eating up your profits is the rainy day cash, or what you hear most people saying, save for that rainy day. My mentor says, if you save for the rainy day, it's always going to be raining. So you need to make sure that you're managing your cash to do the things that you want. And one of my favorite quotes is by Steve Covey in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And the number 1 habit is starting with the end in mind. So if you start with the end in mind that there's going to be a rainy day, guess what? You will be planning for the rainy day all your life. So why not decide what you want your life to be like and then start putting cash aside for that? One of my favorite books is another favorite book is Profit First. Profit First by Mike. And Mike has a very interesting recommendation in his book. He says that we should have 5 accounts and we should take profit first. And that's why I love that book. This system of waiting to see if you made a profit at the end of 12 months doesn't work for me. And it shouldn't work for you either. You need to know every week how much you're making and where that money is going. And by the end of the month, you need to know if you're going to be in the red or you're in the black. So in Mike's book, Profit First, he recommends that you need to have 5 foundational accounts. You could have more, but these are the 5 foundational accounts that your business needs to have. The first one is your income account. Then you need your profit account. You need the operation expenses account, owner's compensation account, and of course the tax account. So what Mike recommends is that you need to decide how much profit you're going to be making, and every time you're paid, there needs to be a percentage of that money going into the profit account. And how much money are you using for operations? How much money will the owner be paid? So that you can get a salary. And these are not just numbers that you pick out of a hat. We have a system that can help you calculate how much you need to do, how much you need to make a month, and how much needs to go into your 5 accounts. We have a simple system that we use that can help you know how much you need to go into all the different accounts based on how long you have been in business, how much sales you have been doing or not doing, and also the trends in your industry. And that's why it's important to have historical data that will help you to make informed decisions, and you're not just guessing or copying what your competitor is doing or what your peers are doing. So mistake number 5, make sure that you are not saving for the rainy day, but you're saving, or you're generating cash flow to do the things that you love and enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed this series as I have enjoyed bringing it to you. And if you're not part of Profit Kickstarters, our private mastermind group, then you can send us an email at hello@foundersprofitacademy.com so that you can get hooked up to other peers who are working hard to kickstart their profit, and also business mentoring coaches and third-party consultants that will help you to build a thriving business. Thank you.